Hey, what's up everybody? It's Franklin Barnes, your South Florida realtor, and I'm back with another video. And I'm here doing a showing for a current client that is looking for a new property. I am in the city of Tamarac. So those of you who have been watching, this is another showing for the city, in the city of Tamarac. And this city is in Broward County. It's a little bit due south of Coral Springs and due east of Margate, or due west of Margate, I'm sorry. Really nice community, working class area, you know, good amenities, good shopping and stuff like that close by to where we are right now. And this particular neighborhood is a little bit on the older side. It's an older home and an older neighborhood, but fairly well kept, well maintained, and it might be something that my clients will like. So I have a client that is looking for something that feels big inside, but it doesn't have the huge square footage, right? So they're looking to downsize, so they're looking for something a little bit smaller than where they are now. And I think this one might fit the bill. All right, so we're gonna take a look at it. Now, before we go inside, I do wanna take a look at the neighborhood for you. The clubhouse is nearby, so I'm gonna do a quick walk by of the clubhouse and just, you know, of the street in general. All right, so let's take a look, guys. All right, so this is along the streets here. And like, as you can see, right, the homes, I'm sure you can tell from the camera, the homes are a little bit older, but you know, they're fairly well maintained. I mean, lawns are pretty well manicured. The streets are clean. You know, there's no debris or anything like that laying around on the streets. So that's definitely a good thing. The pool is closed right now. So yeah, like I said, the lawns are pretty well manicured. It's pretty well maintained and well kept. So not a bad neighborhood at all. Family-friendly neighborhood. You can see off in the distance there's people taking their evening walks. It's definitely good for that. It's definitely a walkable neighborhood. Nice area for somebody that's looking to move into a new home. All right, so guys, the house that we are about to take a look at is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it has about 1,800 square feet, somewhere thereabout. So we're definitely gonna take a look at this one. Now guys, as we walk in here, do remember, I need you to go into the comments and I need you to let me know in the comments what you think, give me your best guess at the pricing for this particular home. What do you think it is listed at? And maybe what you think it will actually sell for. Because I will do follow-ups on some of these videos so that you can see what the homes eventually sold for. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and look inside this home. All right, here we go. So this is the hallway or foyer in the front of the home here. And you can see that leads into a very spacious family room, dining room, you know, definitely a very, very spacious area, right? You've got your laundry room here off to the right, and from the laundry room, that leads you into the garage, right? All right, so again, really spacious area here. Let me go into one of these corners here so we can really get a good view of the entire room. As you can see, the front door off in the distance there. One of the bedrooms through that hallway. That looks like a dining area right over there. And then over here to the right, you can see is the kitchen, right? All right, so first stop, let's go into the kitchen. All right, here we go. So you've got your kitchen counters here, your kitchen area, and then you have a nice, could be a living area or dining area here in front. I can see from the plugs and connections on the wall there that the previous owner or current owner uses this as a living area because you can set your TV up there and you have a lot of space for you to be able to have family entertainment right in this area here. It also gives you a nice area or a nice sliding glass door out to the covered and screened in patio area right out front. So on this side, you've got the family room, right? And then of course you have your kitchen here, right? So let's take a look at that. So you've got your nice stainless steel appliances, nice well-maintained cabinets. Now these cabinets are definitely older style cabinets, but they're definitely well-maintained. They look in really good shape. Right over here, you've got your pantry area, right? And then you also have another sliding glass door here that takes you out to a nice deck. So this is an uncovered deck area on the side of the home there, right? And then again, back into your kitchen. You see they've got the decorative tiles here in the kitchen area. It's a different tile from the family room area, which is right next to it, right? All right, there we go. Okay, and then over here, as you walk through, you'll see that this also leads into the formal dining area, right? So this is now your formal dining area. It's a little bit smaller. It's got a nice big window behind it, nice lighting right above it, but this is definitely your dining area, and it does have a little storage closet there, so you can store additional items. That could even be a pantry if you wanted to use it for that purpose, right? So just to give you a quick recap, you've got your dining area here, right? That is right off of your kitchen with your stainless steel appliances and your granite countertops, and your sliding glass door taking you out to the uncovered deck on that side. And then you also have a family room right over here on the other side of the kitchen with another sliding glass door that takes you out to your covered and screened in patio. Matter of fact, let's go and take a look out there now. All right, so as I said, this entire area is screened in, so that is definitely a good thing. Most of it is covered. So right here where I'm standing now is not covered, as you can see up there, right? And then when you go across to that side, it is covered. So you got a good amount of space here that you can really enjoy for family gatherings, entertainment. You can, you know, kind of have your Thanksgiving feasts, your Christmas dinners, all that kind of stuff can happen, and you can actually, you know, expand your area out into this section here. And it's a covered area, so if you wanted to just hang out here and, you know, just kind of take a look out and just relax, you can definitely do that as well, and you won't have to worry about any of the elements. Right, great. So now we're gonna go over to the left side of the house here, or actually no, that's not the side we need to go to, it's this side, the right side. So here we are. So these are your secondary bedrooms. You've got a hallway linen closet here, and then one of the bathrooms. Now, as you can see, right, the vanity here is an older vanity, of course. However, the good thing about the vanity is that it's well maintained, right? It doesn't look scratched. The surfaces don't look scratched or damaged or anything like that. So that's definitely a good thing. You know, for somebody that's moving in, the vanity, unless you really dislike it, is not something that you have to change immediately. And then you have your tub shower combo with the glass slider for water protection. Then over here, this is one of your secondary bedrooms, and it's pretty sizable, right? This is big enough for a queen size bed with additional furnishings. One of the things that you'll notice, I don't know if you can see this. Here you go, now you can. You see how high that door is? That is about a 7-foot door, right? Maybe even more than that. It's probably even 7.5, 8 feet. Right? So those expansive doors really give a larger, more airy feel to the home in general, because all the doors in the property are like that. You can see even the closet door right here. Look at how high that is, right? So this is your reach-in closet for this particular bedroom, right? Decent closet there. You've got a decent size window for that natural light. Then you come over to your other bedroom here, similar setup, nice size window, nice size closet. This one actually has a walk-in closet, so that's actually pretty good. And again, in here, you can see the size of the bedroom. It's big enough for you to be able to fit a queen size bed without an issue, all right? And here you go. This is a walk-in closet for you. So that's definitely a good thing. All right, so we've seen this side with our secondary bedrooms, our guest bedrooms. Now let's go over to our third and final bedroom, which is primary bedroom. And look at this. This is a pretty expansive bedroom, right? So you've got a huge bedroom here, definitely fit for a king size bed. No worries, no issues whatsoever, right? You can easily fit a king size bed in here with lots of additional furnishing as well, with no problem. And you've got 2 walk-in closets. So you got one there and another one right here. So 2 walk-in closets for this particular home. And then look at this. You also have a sliding glass door, which takes you out to that covered, screened-in patio at the back of the house there. All right, and then let's go into our primary bathroom. So this is our primary bathroom. So again, cabinets are obviously, the vanity is obviously older. It's not a new vanity, but it's in very good shape. It's been well maintained throughout the years. It's not scuffed, it's not scratched, it's not damaged. And that's definitely a big plus. Now over here, You've got a jetted tub, right? You see a lot of these in older Florida homes. So this is definitely something you'll see when you look at the older properties. And then you also have the standing shower right next to it. And look, the good thing about this, all of this stuff is older. But again, maintaining the home definitely goes a long way. And this is one example of that, where the home is well maintained. And because of that fact, this is not necessarily something that a new buyer would have to change immediately. There we go. And that is another look at the family and dining area for you. Your front door, so you've got a nice little foyer there. As far as sliding glass doors, right? I have one here, I've got one on the other side in the kitchen. I've got one in the primary bedroom over here, and then I have another one on the other side of the kitchen. That's 4 sliding glass doors. So lots of windows, lots of natural light for this home. You definitely will not be lacking that at all. That is definitely a good thing. And here's another view for you of the kitchen. Let me move that camera up for you there. There you go. Nice full view of the kitchen there for you. And there's another view from another angle, right? Definitely these tall doorways and hallways make a huge difference in terms of, you know, just the airiness and the vibe that you get from the house. It definitely doesn't feel like you're enclosed. You know, the ceilings are vaulted as well, so that definitely also helps tremendously in terms of just increasing the value of what you can possibly get from the home, you know, just from a perspective of, you know, just from, you know, the look and the feel of it, right? So some people might prefer a more open concept kitchen. You may want to make that adjustment later on, but again, the way the kitchen and the dining and living rooms are all set up, it's definitely not something that you would have to do immediately. Again, unless, you know, the finishes and the fixtures are just, you know, not to your liking at all, and you definitely want to change everything. Okay guys, so once again, you've seen the entirety of this particular home, and I wanted to give you a quick recap and then also go over the pricing. So I hope you have the opportunity to go into the comments and give me your best guess as to the pricing. If you haven't, get to it real quickly before I reveal the pricing for this one. So for a recap, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom property. Now earlier I've said that it was 1,800 square feet. The real square footage of this square footage under air is 2,032 square feet, right? So 2,032 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, definitely an expansive property. You saw the tall doorways, the tall hallways, you know, the high ceilings really makes for a great aesthetic. It gives the property a different feel. It definitely makes it feel like an even bigger home than the 2,000 square feet that it represents, right? So with that being said, your pricing, this particular home is listed at $585,000. $585,000. So if you were to calculate that into dollars per square foot, it's actually really good. It's actually $288 per square foot, somewhere thereabout, for a 2,032 square foot property. That is really good. So the pricing on this property is actually very good. I should expect, with a property this big, 2,032 square feet, with a tile roof, in a decent neighborhood, you know, it's got the 2-car garage, it's got a nice driveway, it's in an area that's close to major amenities, to good amenities. It's in a good city in Tamarac here. I expect that this one's probably going to sell pretty quickly as people come in to see it. Now, obviously, you know, some of the finishes are a little bit outdated, right? So the countertops are, you know, the older style granite countertops. The cabinets are like the older style cabinets. The colors, you know, the tiling in some of the areas may not be to the liking of a lot of people, but most of everything that you saw is well maintained. So that is definitely a huge plus, and it means that an incoming buyer won't have to anticipate a whole lot of cost associated with moving into the home. You know, they don't have to come in and immediately change out the entire kitchen or all the bathrooms or all that kind of stuff. Yes, you may want to do it for aesthetic purposes later, but in terms of functionality and in terms of, you know, the items being aesthetically pleasing, in terms of the cleanliness and how well kept and well maintained they are, that part you don't have to worry about. So that is definitely a good thing and a plus to any buyer that's walking into this particular home. All right, we are at the end of our journey for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the viewership. I appreciate everyone that makes comments and goes in and makes the guesses at the pricing. If you haven't done so before, do it on the next video. Take a guess at what the pricing is, and let's talk a little bit more about it in the comments. Now remember guys, if you're looking to move to the state of Florida, I can help you, right? I will be able to help you pretty much anywhere in Florida, maybe not directly, but I can definitely recommend one of my team members from my brokers to be able to assist you with your purchase. Now, if you're moving to South Florida, right? Broward County, Dade County, Palm Beach County, I am in those areas helping clients on a regular basis. So I can definitely do that for you. And how to get in touch with me. You can connect with me through any of the links in my bio on the YouTube channel. I also pin my information in the descriptions for these videos as well, so you can see my contact information there. Do reach out to me. We anticipate and we get quite a few requests and inquiries from different people in different states that are planning to move to Florida all the time. So we really appreciate you. Please do connect with me and I'll be glad to help you out. All right, you know the motto: like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, everybody, if you enjoyed that video, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Also, keep in mind that I help clients all across the state of Florida with buying or selling. So if you're thinking of making a move, check out the links in my description and in my bio. Reach out to me directly and I'll be glad to help you. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you on the next one.